If you're watching this video, if you clicked on this video, I feel as though you like to thrift because this is for the thrifters. All of the people who have a majority of their home filled with thrifted finds, which is basically mine. I mean, I have a good mix, but I would say a majority of it is thrifted. And maybe you don't have a lot of thrifted things, and that's why you clicked on this video, because you want to see what people are thrifting. I posted on my story and I said, send me photos of the best shit you've ever thrifted, and you all pulled through, which is fun for me because then I can do these videos where you all send me stuff. And yeah, you all have thrifted some cool shit, and I'm going to talk about it. So we're going to hang out and talk about the shit you've thrifted. I've said shit 3 times now. And then at the end of the video, I pulled, can you kind of see? You can kind of see a little. I pulled some of my favorite thrifted items and I'm going to show you. So now let's start on today's video. What is this going to be titled? The best shit you all have ever thrifted. But probably not shit, because I don't know if I could put that in the title. The best S star you've ever thrifted. The best stuff you've ever thrifted. All right. To start, I wanted to show some of my friend Christiana's favorite finds. You know Christiana from, well, hair blowing in the wind. You know Christiana from Check Out This Fucking Home and her home. You all loved her home. But I asked her, I was like, what are some of your favorite ones? And I absolutely love this first item she sent me. And this is a curtain that she has in her, well, actually her new baby's room now, but it used to be their office, I believe. But this actually isn't a curtain. It's a tablecloth, which is it's a sheer tablecloth, which is interesting. But she sewed it, actually her boyfriend, Tom, likes to sew. So he sewed it into a curtain, and I really love the polka dots and like one line of large polka dots. So I'm curious what this tablecloth was, but really love that. Christiana is a florist. You can check her out at Perry Florals. And so she has a ton of thrifted vases, but she sent me this one specifically. I think it's because it's a new find, and what a find. I love this vase. I love the little heads. She always finds the coolest vases. And it's fun when you thrift vases, especially if you're a florist or if you're giving away a floral arrangement for a gift. If you thrift the vase, you know, it's like a $4, $5, $10 vase, let's say. When you gift that arrangement, they can just keep the vase. She also thrifted these leather chairs that are very worn and torn, but they're worn and torn in the best way possible, like an old pair of boots. Absolutely love these chairs. I thought this striped chair was such a fun thrift find. Again, I don't think she noted the price. Wait, let's see. Oh, she did get it off Facebook Marketplace. A lot of your submissions are actually not from FB Marketplace, which is fun, but this was such a unique little chair. And the reason I selected it is because I recently saw a very similar chair on Sarah Corbett's Instagram. I don't know. I forget her last name. I just like it. It's fun. It's cool that you thrifted it. And I like that the bottom is all fabric and fun colors. The pink, you know, always throws me off, but I do like this chair. I'm not sure if this office chair is a Pollock or not, but regardless, such a good find. I feel like when you're thrifting or on Facebook Marketplace, some of the easiest things to scour or look for are office chairs. And for some reason, an office chair can be ugly or really old or like grandpa feeling or whatever, and it still looks good. So if you're looking for an office chair, go thrift that, because this is a fun find. And also a was pillow right there for back support. Should I put mine on? I have a few. I have this exact pillow. Hold on. Voila. From our first round, this baby. This is one of my favorites. And now I will use it on my chair. This person from Montreal, Canada, they found this Herman Miller chair for less than $100. And I feel like that Herman Miller chair is coming back in trend a little bit. Like you can find them at IKEA, which they always have like Herman Miller-esque items. But for under $100, if it's real, that's amazing. And those are the types of chairs that never go out of style. That's a timeless find. Also just so cool that you thrifted Herman Miller. What are the odds, you know, when you find, unless you're going to like a curated thrift store, the odds of finding something like that, you just, you get lucky. She also found this vintage Japanese mini lamp, which we love. I have a mini lamp. I thrifted a lot of mini lamps at the Brimfield Antique Fair, and we actually sold them all at the pop-up, but she found hers for under $5. That's a good steal, because I think on Etsy right now, if you type in like mid-century mini lamp, I feel like they're going for higher, maybe like 60 price range, maybe up to 200, but $5, it's pretty sweet. I will say, when the light bulbs run out for those types of lamps, it's kind of annoying, but you can usually find them on eBay. So if you get a vintage lamp that has a very specific bulb, usually you can find like the little print and then find it on eBay. I'm going to show you that guy. You guys always talk about that lamp back there. So we'll get to it. Stay tight. Hold tight. Not stay tight. Hold tight. Jasmine, my friend Jasmine, my parasocial friend Jasmine, thrifted this tea kettle this past weekend. I actually think this is a mocha pot. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. But I did have a mocha pot at one point. But anyways, if you look this up on Etsy, they run for about $130. So you have an Italian mocha pot that you thrifted. Great find. Okay, this headboard, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, love that wood. I don't know about the cutouts. I was a little unsure of it because, when you're thrifting, you're like, does this work? Is this going to look good? And then the same person also thrifted this little cabinet thing. And when I first saw the cabinet, I was like, I don't know. I think I would pass on this. I wasn't sure about either of them. But then when she showed me them in her space, one in her bedroom, I was like, I absolutely love this. This looks amazing. And the little cabinet looks cute too. And the quality of wood is really nice for both of these. And while the cabinet felt like a little too colonial for me, I don't know, in the space, it looks amazing. So now I'm questioning everything I am. Usually I'm pretty good at being like, I could visualize this. And while I was skeptical of both the finds, I love them in your home. So bless up. I absolutely love when I find vintage framed posters. I feel like when you go to a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, there always is something random. Like this guy, I'm like, I don't really even know what this is. It's a sculpture. Maybe you're all going to yell at me in the comments and be like, wait, this is very iconic. I don't know what it is, but I love the look of this poster. The black and white with the little pops of red and the black frame and just the photography of a sculpture. This whole thing is cool. I would put this in my home personally, and finding vintage framed posters or art is the ultimate interior design high, I will say. And I do have a piece of art back here that I'm going to show you. And actually I want to show you this one too. A lot of my art is thrifted, but a lot of my stuff is thrifted. A lot of my house, but I narrowed it down. This person thrifted a mohair couch. And if that's real mohair, which it really does look like real mohair, you can tell, I feel like when you see a cheap velvet couch and compare it to a real mohair couch, that is what I'm talking about when I'm like, don't buy cheap velvet. Mohair is expensive as hell though. So thrifting it is pretty cool that you have that. And it looks like it's in good condition and it's a good tone of beige. And yeah, getting a mohair couch can be pricey. Like on First Dibs, they are pricey. But do you get what I'm saying now between like the velvet and the mohair? I know velvet is cheaper, but I'm basically just saying like if you can't afford the like nicer fabric, just go with a linen or any other material that just doesn't look cheap. You can get fabrics that are the same price as the cheap velvet and it will look 100 times better. This is one of my favorites that you sent me. When I Google image search it, it doesn't come up with anything. So we're going to go with that. It's a garage organizer or maybe it's a vanity, but it's amazing. I love the wood. I love how there's like a backing where you can like hang your necklaces. It just feels like this belongs in a garage, but then putting it in your bedroom is so amazing. And then all of the organization with the drawers that are kind of open, but you can put them away. I don't know. I'm really into this. And I also feel like it could transfer into so many rooms in the future. Like you could put it in your garage if you needed to. It could go in a kid's room. It's such a cute like little kids station. I guess like a teen. It could go anywhere. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm always being like, put it in a kid's room. Okay, this is a Carl Springer goat skin lacquer credenza. And she bought it for $500 and then found out it was worth $18K, which is so fun when that happens. You can really score I love that. Do you watch those shows where people find in things that they thrifted and then I forget the name of the show. It's not Antique Roadshow or maybe, but basically you're like, I found this. How much is it worth? And then they get a ton of money, but it's mainly like furniture pieces. But a goat skin material is kind of fun to add into your home. Kate has a goat skin, I think it's goat skin mirror. And I just think it's a unique touch. I don't love being like, it's goat skin. Because, you know, I don't know. I don't love having like animal products like that. But when it's vintage, I do find it to be better. I wouldn't buy like a new leather sofa, but I would get a vintage one because it already happened. But anyways, cool find. Love it. This rug is also a pretty fun find. It reminds me of those Frank Lloyd Wright rugs that I've talked about in the past that are a bajillion dollars. And I feel as though that rug gives that kind of vibe. And if you thrifted it, it's like, it's close enough. I do like it. Good colors. I think the only thing that throws me off are like the orange, like fall flowers. But it definitely gives me that Frank Lloyd Wright vibe. They also found these Danish bar stools, which are such a good find because bar stools or counter stools are so difficult in my opinion. I still don't feel 100% on mine. I just never know what direction to go with it. And it really is dependent on your counter or your bar. And I love those. I think those are so cool. Timeless. And I think they reupholstered it because the first ones are, I don't know, some weird pattern. And then they reupholstered into this like blue plaid. And I love that. I love that touch of blue and plaid. Good job. Those are the easiest things to reupholster. If you're thrifting and you come across a bar stool or a chair or something simple to reupholster, you can just do that yourself. Just go get some fabric and staple. You just need a staple gun. It's so easy. I would never know how to reupholster a giant sofa, but I know how to reupholster a stool. We actually reupholstered, my mom and I, we reupholstered all of our stools at the lake house, and it did take a long time. But we did do it by hand, and they look really good, in my opinion. Always talking about the lake house. This find is incredible because it has proof with a sticker that it's made in Denmark, and it's by Nordisk Andals Export. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, little troll, my one troll that I have right now that keeps calling me stupid. Don't come for me on that. But that's the best type of find when there's a tag and you're like, oh my gosh, this is real. And this is a cute little Danish vanity where you like kind of tip it up and it's just so pretty. Look how pretty it is. This whole picture is so pretty. Rebecca, good find, good find. Louis Paulson. She thrifted this vintage Louis Paulson from the 70s, and she said it has beautiful discoloration, which makes it butter yellow. That is kind of fun with thrifting something that's that material, like an acrylic. It does kind of fade or turn yellow or like kind of, sometimes it can look bad, but sometimes it can look really good, and that's such a fun lamp. It's just a classic. It's just a classique. And she got that lamp for 180 euros when it's normally 900 euros, which is cool. And then she also found this cartel side table type thing. Those usually run for around 400 euros, I would say. And she got it for 40 euros plus shipping. So I don't know where she found this for that price, which is amazing because Etsy still would be priced higher. But I've been wanting something cartel in my house. I need to lean into that style a little more. It just needs some funky things. And I was like, I need something cartel, I think. But anyways, great find. Love that. This little waste bin is such a good thrift find. I love that with the little cap on it. I wonder, I feel like you could get that. We could image search it. I've been Google image searching some of these products and it's the best way to find anything you want. I literally will watch people's stories and then there'll be a pair of shoes that I like and I'll screenshot it and Google image search it and it'll show you where to get it. So use that tool. Okay, it looks like it's from this website called Nalata, or a version of it, and it's 190 bucks. I love that little trash bin. I like that material. I just think it's like a simple little thing to put in your bathroom. And I really love a vintage trash bin for some reason. I think it looks, mine's from the Container Store, but you can thrift those like mid-century vintage trash bins pretty easy. So into that. I also recently found this trash bin on Pinterest and it's just like a custom sized one. And I'm like, I like this. Hello, my sweeties, my sweethearts. Today, I'm going to show you some items I got from today's sponsor, Brooklinen. Black Friday is coming up and Brooklinen is having a sale. So I got some items not only for me, but I also bought some gifts because I like to gift give on Black Friday. This blanket for my sister. So if you're looking to buy something for yourself, go throw in something for your sister. But this is the Dreamwave waffle blanket. And now a gift to my mother, Susan. This is the alpaca throw blanket, and what I like about it is that it's not itchy. And now for the sheets, which are for me. I love their hardcore bundles. This is the Luxe Sateen hardcore bundle. I personally love the sateen collections because it's very silky feeling. It's also very breathable. Ooh, I do love a freshly made bed. Wow, I'm really into this color. I feel like it doesn't exist around my house. It's almost kind of taupey. With Brooklinen's Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale, all of your favorite items are 25% off, and oh my god, I really love these. Make sure to head to the link in my description. That will bring you to their sale, and again, 25% off. That's a good amount. I'm really into this color, truly. Looks good with my little man. You can't see his head. But anyways, all right, happy shopping. Love you. I wanted to talk about this ceramic Mexican bowl that one of my gals thrifted because I think it's so fun when you come across items that are handmade or by a random artist that you have no idea. This could be anyone. Sometimes I thrift a random thing and I'll be like, I feel like this was someone's kid's art project from middle school, and they were like, gotta get rid of this. But that's my favorite type of pottery. I feel like my mom and I are always thrifting pottery, and we'll be like, this just feels like it was from the local high school, but makes me like it even more. And I think this is fun. Why not? Why not throw in something unique? You know, you get lucky if you find a mid-century wall unit. If you're thrifting, you can find these on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist or wherever, but sometimes the prices are hiked up a decent amount because it's a big unit. But every now and then you'll discover something that's a little cheaper. Like my friend Harrison recently got this cabinet from Facebook Marketplace in Los Angeles, and I think he got it for like $500, and it has a little wear and tear. There's like some watermarks, and I think that's where you can really get the price hike down. But just some people don't know that these are cool, and so you should always just keep an eye out for them on the web or in the stores because you can find them for cheap still. There's some items that you go thrifting for that automatically have a high price because it's a popular thing, and these are just like on the cusp. If you're watching my channel, you know these are popular because we know. But I think it's going to get out there. Everyone's going to be doing it. These kitchen hutches are also really fun to thrift. I really like this style of cabinet in a kitchen, especially if you have more traditional taste or if it fits into your home. I think you can get lucky and find these at your thrift stores because I feel like people are getting rid of them. And I just think they're a nice touch. I like when there's glass in the front because you can show off your collected dishware or whatever. So I like this. If this is your style, you know, some people like the mid-century cabinet, but sometimes it's fun to add in something traditional or a little country. And they also said that this was after a 6-month long search. And I can totally relate to that because I am constantly checking Facebook Marketplace every day until something perfect comes along. I'm on the hunt for a console to go behind my sofa right now. And I'm just looking every day, just hoping for the best. And that's how it was with my sofas. So if you're on the hunt for something, instead of scrolling Instagram or doing, you know, mindless social media stuff, which I'm doing too, I kind of just go on Facebook Marketplace now when I'm bored. If I'm waiting in line, I'll just like, because then it starts to curate things for you. And so it will have like an immediate feed that has really good stuff. If you are on it, if you're interacting and liking things, it will start curating stuff for you. These dressers are fun. They're timeless. They can go in anyone's room. You could put it in a family room. You could put it in your entry. You could put it in a bedroom. It's just a timeless staple dresser that really could go anywhere. And what's fun about these is that when you're traveling, if you're driving somewhere, and I guess it's not necessarily specific to this dresser, but I feel like you'll find things like this in really small towns. And so if you're driving to a specific destination, like sometimes we'll drive from here, Los Angeles, to Vegas, or like from here to Palm Springs, or here to San Francisco. You should map out the best spots on the way, and that's where you're going to discover stuff like this, like the good, traditional, cool dressers. And you might have to dig, and you're going to come across a lot of cool stuff, especially clothing. And so if you have the time, I do recommend trying to like map that out when you go on like a little trip. When I road tripped from Los Angeles back to Chicago, Kate and I did a 10-day road trip, and we stopped and thrifted the entire way. It was actually crazy the amount we thrifted. When we travel, we are thrifting a stupid amount. We're like, no one really would want to ever travel with us. When we went to Copenhagen and Paris, we literally would thrift from like 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. It's actually a little frightening that we have the energy like that. And I'm going to show you, again, some of the items that we got. Another Pollock chair. Again, go look for office chairs, especially these guys. I don't feel like people know that these are cool yet, like the mid-century cabinet. And I could be wrong, but go thrift that. Go find that. You can find that. These prices are getting hiked up on these chairs. I was actually just at Vintage Junction in Los Angeles. Go check out Vintage Junction. It's like this giant warehouse, but it's kind of pricey there. They had some Pollock chairs. They were $900 a piece. I got this for $150. So people are catching on. So get on it. Thrifted silverware. I have thrifted silverware. Well, mine's from Etsy actually, but that's such a fun section to check out at your local Goodwill or your Salvation Army, because you can wash that silverware and it's fine. Shine it up and you're good to go. Mine is not matched perfectly. I have like 4 spoons and then like 8 forks and like 9 knives or something. But I live by myself, so who cares? But yeah, go check out the silverware section when you're thrifting, because I feel like people tend to forget about that. It's always a score when you find a dining table. These dining tables will be at your local thrift store that's curated, which are always really nice to go to when you're on a specific hunt, because they're doing the work for you. Like, they're the ones going to the small towns and finding, the unique things. But if you come across that at your Goodwill, which every now and then you will, grab it. It's classic, it's timeless, and it's a dining table. And those things can get pricey, especially if you're buying new. And that's a good find. Sometimes it's fun to just thrift a little chair. It doesn't make any sense. It's just for decor. It could be your side table. It could be on a random wall with a stack of books and a candle or a mini lamp. I think this chair is a fun little addition to just throw in anywhere. And you could do so much with this chair. I don't think you need to necessarily sit on this chair. This is a side table to me, and I like it. Good find. A dresser for her son's room. Love that dresser so much. I love that wood. It's a birch wood that is finished in a certain way. That's my favorite type of wood right now. And I really, really love it. That is such a good find. Sorry, I'm looking at these on my phone. And I think the knobs are cool, and the knob placements are interesting. I like how they're diagonal on each drawer. I haven't really thought of that. That's cool. And really cute for your son's room. Okay, and that's it for what I'm showing. You all sent so many things, and there's so many good finds. But again, I have to weed through all of them, and I just kind of picked out some that stuck out to me. And you all have thrifted some crazy stuff, some amazing finds. We could do another video like this, maybe more detailed pricing, or maybe you refinished it, or I don't know. Leave it in the comments. We're always chit-chatting down there. Besides you, troll, my one troll, who has been leaving many, many mean comments. It's fine. It's just funny when it's like one specific person coming through, because I can catch it. It'll be like, this person commented like 20 things. And I'm like, oh, my little troll. How are you doing today, my little troll? Okay, before we end here, I want to show you some of my favorite thrift finds, which you probably have seen in home updates or past videos, but I kind of collected some of my smaller favorite thrift finds to show you. This wood cup, this weird wood bowl that's actually kind of cracked, I got at an estate sale the last time I lived in Los Angeles. And I also got some cool art, which is inside, but yeah, I love these things. And I don't know, I definitely didn't pay $140 for it. The tag's still on it. But it says something maple by someone. So that's pretty cool. And I love this. I never know what to do with this because it can't even really hold anything, but it's just a cute little wooden thing. I love this fish bowl that I got. I think I got this in Paris. I have a video where Kate and I show everything that we thrifted in Copenhagen and Paris. And I never know, is the fish this way or this way? I guess this way, right? I also got this bowl in Paris. Just like a green, cool little bowl. When we were thrifting there, we only thrifted small stuff because we're not like gonna ship back a sofa. We don't have those funds. I got this bowl, which I love. It's almost a plate, but I've been keeping my fruits and veggies in it. I got this at the Brimfield Antique Fair, and it's such a beautiful wood. Again, the wood I'm really into right now. I don't know who it's by. Sycamore 21. Something, I don't know. But I sold this at the pop-up and no one bought it. And I was like, okay, this is for me. Kate and I also thrifted these glasses at the Brimfield Antique Fair. Can you see them? And also sold them at the pop-up, and also nobody bought them. There was a few random things that nobody bought where I was kind of shocked. Not that everything had to sell, but some of the things that people didn't buy, I was like, but these are some of my faves. What do you mean? Kate thrifted this tray. I call it the dentist tray. She has something similar. She has the ones that's kind of like a cafeteria tray where it has like indents for your food. This one feels like it's more in a dentist. And so I was like, can I have that? But Kate actually thrifted this. But I've been keeping my jewelry on this, and I'm really into it. I thrifted these 2 boxes in Grand Rapids, Michigan. My mom and I are always thrifting when we go to our lake house. We're somewhat near Grand Rapids, so we are always going there. And this one says directions for pilling Garget outfit. Like what? I feel like it's like a medical thing. I don't know, but I guess that's what that box was for. And this box I keep next to my bed, and I'll let you guess what is inside here, and I'll give you one hint. I'm a single girl. I thrifted this in Michigan, also from my actual lake house town. They have such good thrifting there, thank God, because there's really nothing else to do in that town. You really can't even go out to eat or do anything but thrift. But thrifted this, really love it, and it does have splatters on it because it's like on my sink, so when I brush my teeth. But if you like this art, Kate is doing an art sale. Go follow her down below. You all know Kate. Studio Leonard is her company now, but she found this exact art print and is framing it, and she's doing a big vintage sale on her Instagram. So go follow her if you want to buy some art from her. She does all custom matting, and it's all vintage art, and it's just cool. She's just cool. I grabbed a few of my faves from my living room. At my lake house, there's this bookstore, and my mom and I go ham when we're in there. My mom loves to read, and I love books, the looks of books. I mean, I also read, but I'm also fallen off reading. Someone give me tips on how to get back into that. But anyways, I always find the coolest books at this bookstore. So 1, New Architecture of London. Okay. I mean, I will go through these books. I love to like look through a coffee table book. I'm talking about like a book for the brain. I have books, but I can't get myself to get back into that. So that's what I'm talking about. But anyways, Aubrey Beardsley. This is all from the art section. Illustrations, cool. I love to get artist books because those are the most fun to go through. Also, you can rip out pages and frame it. They also have a section in the bookstore of like vintage furniture or stuff like that. So this is American Glass, just a book on glassware. Okay. Also just cool color, cool book. I think it's fun to collect little books like this, even if it's, you're not necessarily reading the whole thing, but books are also art. I don't think anyone should be on people for that. I feel like in the past when I've talked about getting like thrifting books or whatever, people are like, you should get books to read them. It's also like you can also get books to put on your shelves. It's fine. Like look at this one, A Short Dictionary of Furniture, and it's lime green. This is such a cool find. I've definitely gone through it. Have I read the Dictionary of Furniture? No, but it looks cool on my shelf. Look at this one. The Complete Book of Old Clocks. That's a fun one. And you must admit, and also just good colors. It's just cool. And like little black and white clocks. But like, no, I'm not reading that. So do whatever you want with your books. When Kate and I were in Paris and Copenhagen, we thrifted a ton of ashtrays. There's some wax in here because I will put candles in these, but love this little ashtray. I have so many other ones, but thought I'd bring this one out because it felt pretty unique with the colors. And last but not least, I do think that this is my favorite vintage find of all time, an all wood lamp. This is a lamp that I get the most inquiries for ever. I feel like I get a DM about this lamp at least once a week because it's so pretty. Like an all wood lamp is so good, and it fits just so nicely on my bar. It just makes it look unique, and I love this little this little button. So fun. So yeah, I couldn't. Here, I'll put it in frame for you to image search. If you want to try and find it. Let's see. Let me get you a clear image. Is that good enough? Right there. Wait, maybe right here. There you go. Image search that, and maybe you can find it. But that is my favorite thrift find of all times. Of all time. Anyways, that's it. That's that. I could show you so many more things. We could do a whole video on everything I've thrifted, which would literally be my entire house, which is so fun. But hopefully you enjoyed hanging out and looking at thrifted things. Go thrifting. Go have fun. It's hobby. It's hobby. And it's fun to look at what you've collected and where it's from. When you travel, get some small things. You know, instead of buying like a random souvenir t-shirt, go get like a random glass. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go inside and eat lunch. I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to grocery shop. And then it's Friday. TGIF. All right, I got to go put all this shit back, actually, too. Goodbye and bless up. And I love you. Goodbye.